News 13 this morning.
The time now is 6:10, and about 8 hours ago, the rain ended across the region, and we know that yesterday was a weather alert day because of that strong cold front that was moving through, and it was a multi-state, multi-day event. Thankfully, we were pretty lucky. We did have reports of some downed trees in Conway and pretty intense wind gusts, but we didn't have any confirmed tornadoes in our viewing area, which is always great news. But if we look for the past 24 hours, these are the highest winds reported out of regional airports, ranging anywhere from 18 to upwards of nearly 40 miles per hour. But we did have a few severe thunderstorms that rolled through, and locally those were going to produce higher winds than what was reported out of the airports. And then for Spring-Made Pier, the strongest wind was 52 miles per hour. The rain with this system definitely saw a little bit more rain down to our south, but we saw anywhere from just under a quarter of an inch to over half an inch of rain. So it wasn't a soaking rain because the system was just moving pretty quick, but it dropped a lot of rain in a pretty short amount of time, but it wasn't excessive rainfall and we didn't see any flooding associated with it. Now for today, because the cold front is already gone, we can expect much better weather. There will be a little bit of a foggy start, but it won't be a widespread issue. Temperatures will be mild for this time of year, but cooler than yesterday. Will be around 62 for the beach and 59 for inland. Mostly sunny, gradual sun really to start the afternoon, and then a mostly sunny afternoon with temperatures within 3 to 4 degrees of normal, so not too bad. Very comfortable today and tomorrow, and then we're going to have to talk about extreme heat, abnormal heat for the first week of April. The temperatures today, though, are pretty good. They're around 72 to upwards of 76. We'll see on our futurecast some clouds to start. Not concerned about that chance to rain. Gradual decrease in clouds, partly cloudy for tonight. And then as we go into Wednesday, the clouds are eventually going to be back in the forecast. A few spotty showers during the afternoon, but most of us will stay dry. That threat for that teeny tiny shower is just going to be across the PD. And tonight, like every night that we have for this work week, the temperatures will be at least 10 degrees above average. Will be anywhere from 56 to 58 to start your Wednesday. Adriana?
Hannah, thank you.
Number 1, News 13 this morning.
The time is 6:42 and it's April 1st, so that means we can go ahead and recap the month of March. We did have a few warm afternoons, but nowhere near all-time records. For North Myrtle Beach, our warmest afternoon was just under 80 degrees pretty early in the month on the 8th, and then the chilliest morning was still well below freezing, actually down to 29. That was on March 3rd. And observed rainfall finally for North Myrtle Beach is within a tenth of normal, so basically those 200s. I mean, it doesn't get much closer than that. So North Myrtle Beach finally had almost a perfect month in terms of rainfall after we've seen a deficit every single month since October. Now for Florence, definitely had a decent surplus of rain, 1.3 inches above normal, observed 4.5 inches of rain. The normal is about 3.1. In terms of temperatures, warmest afternoon 82, chilliest morning was down to 25. And then in Lumberton, did not hit 80, but it was close on 2 different days, March 28th and the 29th. In the chilliest morning, 25. And Lumberton also had a huge surplus of rainfall by more than an inch, also around 4.5 inches observed last month. For today, your dog walk forecast as we head out the door is pretty mild temperature-wise, 59, 62 closer to the coast. Some patchy fog in isolated areas, not a widespread issue in terms of fog to worry about. Notice that we do still have a little bit of lingering clouds during the late morning, then a pretty sunny afternoon, and temperatures will be on the comfortable side, will be in the low and mid 70s. Our futurecast will show our north winds from yesterday's cold front, intermittent cloud cover, and eventually pretty clear later into the afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight, and actually for Wednesday, the clouds will be rolling back into the picture, and even a few light showers during the afternoon. Winds will be turning around, they'll be out of the south, and then we're going to see a huge warm up on the way for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to have a several day stretch where temperatures are extremely above average by 15 to nearly 20 degrees. Temperatures tonight are also trending decently above average. We should be in the upper 40s and we'll be in the mid 50s. But as we go to our temperature trend in the upcoming days, tomorrow afternoon is pretty similar to today, but then we bump to 78 and even 80 for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It is more significant across inland, 88 on Thursday and 90 for Friday and Saturday. Those days we'll watch for record high temperatures. For our new local trivia question, since 1950, South Carolina has seen how many EF4 or F4 tornadoes? To see the answers, go to our home page. And now we're looking at our color of the weather image from August. This one's pretty unique.
A pretty heavy rain in some areas.
Ginormous
Scattered showers.
raindrops, definitely for sure. Huge raindrops. I like this one. I like the use of white. You don't see a ton of white used except for when we're talking about snow.
Right, yeah.
But this one's pretty unique. It looks a little bit breezy, those little swirlies. I'm thinking pretty gusty right there. Thanks, August, for sending this in. If you would like to color the weather and have it featured on air, you can just mail it in to News 13. The address